Imagine skipping rush hour by zooming over the city in a quiet, eco-friendly pod. Or taking a weekend trip in a flying car that folds its wings like a transformer. We're talking about real-life flying cars, electric air taxis, and even motorcycles that take off like jet planes. No magic, no sci-fi, just genius engineers making the impossible possible. Some of these machines are already being tested. Others might be in your driveway sooner than you think. And the best part? They're not just for billionaires or superheroes. They're being built for everyday people like you and me. So if you've ever dreamed of flying, without being a bird or a plane, get ready! The sky's about to become the new highway. Let's take a look at the incredible flying machines changing the way we travel, one flight at a time. The ultimate egg just cracked into the aviation scene. Zapata's egg-shaped air scooter is basically a real-life VR jet fighter cockpit. Remember Frankie Zapata? Yes, the same guy who flew across the English Channel on a hoverboard has outdone himself with this futuristic egg-shaped air scooter. Imagine stepping into your own personal VR jet fighter cockpit, complete with dual joystick controls and a 360-degree panoramic view. Powered by 12 silent electric motors and 12 strategically placed propellers, this bad boy can lift 120 kilograms. That's you plus snacks. Up to 4,000 meters, higher than most small planes fly. The real magic? Its hybrid power system combines a 19-liter fuel tank with electric batteries, giving you a full 2 hours of flight time at speeds up to 100 kilometers per hour. While Zapata hasn't announced pricing yet, industry experts estimate it'll cost about as much as a luxury sports car, considering it's basically a private helicopter that just can't fit in your garage. This isn't just a flying car. It's an entire transportation revolution packed into one sleek machine. The Aeromobile 4.0 is a Swiss Army knife of the skies that transforms from road vehicle to aircraft in just 3 minutes, thanks to its foldable 8.8-meter carbon fiber wings. Its advanced avionics system includes a weather radar that automatically reroutes you around storms, and its collision avoidance tech spots birds 5 kilometers away. It also includes a panic button that deploys the whole aircraft parachute. With a 360 km/h cruising speed and 700 km range, you could have breakfast in Paris, lunch in Rome, and still make it home for dinner. The cabin fits 4 adults plus luggage, 250 kilogram payload, with luxury touches like noise-canceling insulation and climate control that adjusts for altitude changes. And for those worried about safety, it's got more redundancy systems than a commercial airliner. If 2 engines fail, you can still land safely. Aerosale, the gym membership that actually works. This pedal-powered airship is where eco-friendliness meets extreme fitness. Here's how it works. The 18-meter helium balloon provides 80% of the lift. You pedal to power the rear propeller. Think airborne Peloton. And the Sea Glide hydrofoil wing skims the water for stability. It's not just fun, it's scientifically efficient. The unique design creates 40% less drag than traditional airships, meaning you can maintain 25 km/h without the same effort as cycling on flat ground. The carbon fiber frame weighs just 95 kilograms, yet it can carry 2 adults, 180 kilograms total. And since it uses zero fuel, your only operating cost is the occasional tank of helium and maybe some protein bars for the pilot. The Transformer Flying Car. This isn't just a flying car, it's 2 vehicles in one. It is a sleek electric road car with a 400-kilometer range and a detachable flight module with vertical takeoff capability. The secret sauce? A revolutionary docking system that automatically aligns the cabin with the flight module using lasers and completes the connection in under 60 seconds. Besides, it can continuously charge the flight batteries while driving. The flight module's 6 tilting wings and 12 propellers provide incredible stability. It can handle 50 km/h crosswinds that would ground most small aircraft. With a 200-kilometer flight range and 200-kilometer-per-hour cruising speed, it's perfect for avoiding traffic or reaching remote areas. And when you're done flying, the whole system folds up to fit in a standard parking space. The next is Volocopter, your future sky taxi. This isn't just a pie-in-the-sky idea. This fully electric 18-rotor aircraft is already flying in test cities like Singapore. Imagine this. You're running late for a meeting downtown. Instead of sitting in traffic, you hop into one of these sleek pods that take off vertically, like a helicopter, but fly as smoothly as an elevator ride. With a top speed of 110 kilometers per hour, it can whisk you across a city in minutes, not hours. And here's the kicker. It's completely autonomous. That's right, no pilot needed. The onboard computer uses a network of cameras and sensors to avoid obstacles, other aircraft, and even pesky birds. Even if a couple of its 18 electric motors decide to take a break, which almost never happens, there are plenty more to keep you safely in the air. With a 35-kilometer range, it's perfect for city hops. And yes, there's even space for your luggage, so you don't have to balance your briefcase on your knees like on those budget flights we all love to hate. Now, for all of you Game of Thrones fans out there, remember how Daenerys could just hop on a dragon and fly anywhere? Well, the ECOP is about as close as we mere mortals are going to get to that experience. This flying throne, yes, you heard that right, it is the ultimate in personal air mobility. Inspired by dragonfly wings, its two counter-rotating propellers give it incredible stability. So stable, in fact, that it could land on your rickety old garden shed without breaking a sweat. With a top speed of 130 kilometers per hour and a 50-kilometer range, you could fly from King's Landing to Winterfell in about the time it takes to watch an episode. Well, maybe a shorter one. The minimalist design means fewer things to go wrong, but don't let that fool you. It's packed with smart tech like collision avoidance that can spot birds or wayward ravens carrying important messages long before they become a problem. There's even a cargo version perfect for transporting your Valyrian steel sword or, groceries. Rumor has it even modern-day royalty is taking notice. Maybe we'll see King Charles waving from a flying throne at the next coronation. For those who care about our planet, and let's face it, we all should, there's some exciting news in green aviation. Scientists have developed the world's first solar-powered helicopter. And while its current stats might seem modest, 30 centimeters altitude for 9 seconds, the technology behind it is groundbreaking. The entire upper surface, about the size of a small apartment, is covered in ultra-efficient solar panels embedded in foam-padded wings. These aren't your average rooftop solar panels either. They're specially engineered to be lightweight while capturing every possible photon of sunlight. The 4 horizontal rotors distribute power evenly, and while it's not ready for passengers yet, its smaller sibling, a solar-powered drone, is already showing what this technology can do. This drone, with its 148 precisely calibrated solar cells, can fly all day without recharging, making it perfect for delivering medical supplies to remote villages or monitoring wildlife in hard-to-reach areas. Experts are calling this a major breakthrough that could lead to completely emissions-free air travel within our lifetime. Fast and Furious fans, prepare to have your minds blown. The AOHT flying sports car is what happens when you take Dominic Toretto's love of speed and add a third dimension. Currently, a 2-ton prototype, this beast can already hit 100 kilometers per hour, and future models promise to be both lighter and faster. Here's where it gets really good. Android users can control it with a special app. Take that, iPhone users! Though Apple fans get the consolation prize of a sweet autopilot mode. When it's on the road, the propellers retract seamlessly into the body, transforming it into what looks like a slightly futuristic sports car. But hit the fly button, and those props extend as the advanced stabilizers kick in. These aren't your average gyroscopes. We're talking military-grade systems that can handle turbulence that would make a commercial pilot sweat. The designers clearly understood that even families shouldn't fly in something that can't handle a little rough air. Now let's talk about the silo rotor Blackbird, quite possibly the most versatile flying machine on our list. Forget everything you know about traditional rotors. This beauty uses a cylindrical rotor system that allows it to move in literally any direction. Up, down, sideways, even diagonally. It's like the helicopter version of a hummingbird. At 120 kilometers per hour, it's not the fastest vehicle here, but what it lacks in speed, it makes up for in precision. We're talking pick up a soda in the drive-thru without spilling a drop levels of smooth. And for those who dread parallel parking, the Blackbird can simply stop mid-air and hover until a spot opens up. With 6 independent engines, it's also one of the safest. Even if multiple systems fail, there's enough redundancy to land safely. Engineers describe the feeling of flying it as like dancing the samba through the sky, though we suspect that might be the most expensive dance lesson you'll ever take. This isn't just a car with wings slapped on. The Switchblade is where sports cars meet personal aircraft. It's a meticulously engineered marvel that transforms from a sleek 3-wheel roadster into a high-speed aircraft in under 3 minutes. The Switchblade's secret lies in its aerodynamic design, which reduces drag so efficiently that it can hit 322 kilometers per hour. That's faster than most supercars, while sipping fuel like a compact sedan. When those wings unfold, a process so smooth you could time it to your favorite song, you're looking at a 724-kilometer range at 400 meters. The sweet spot for avoiding commercial air traffic while giving you breathtaking views. Safety? They've thought of everything. Impact-absorbing crumple zones, automatic collision avoidance that makes last-second corrections, and a whole aircraft parachute because, well, better safe than sorry. The cockpit feels like a fighter jet's cooler younger brother, with touchscreen controls and a heads-up display that shows everything from weather patterns to nearby aircraft. They say there's a stealth mode in development that reduces radar signature, for completely legal reasons, of course. China's farming revolution. It's when drones wear backpacks. Picture this. A farmer in rural China straps into what looks like a high-tech lawn chair attached to a drone the size of a small car. With 200 horsepower buzzing at his back, he zips across 500-acre fields in minutes. No more hours spent trudging through crops. The Inspector Gadget rig, as locals call it, runs on regular gasoline, carries 30 kilograms of tools or seeds, and costs less than a compact tractor. But its genius lies in the details. Vibration dampening handles prevent fatigue. The carbon fiber frame weighs less than a dirt bike, and the control system is so simple that after 10 minutes, you'll wonder why we ever farmed any other way. Office workers are already joking about commuting with these. Imagine bypassing freeway traffic by flying over it at 80 kilometers per hour. Your tie flapping in the wind as you sip coffee from a spill-proof mug. The inventor claims the next version will have autonomous follow-me tech and a built-in umbrella for rainy days. For this, Bruce Wayne would trade his Batmobile in a heartbeat. The Leo flying car ditches dangerous propellers for 4 silent electric jet engines that provide 800 kilograms of thrust, enough to launch you vertically from a Gotham alleyway before transitioning to forward flight at 400 kilometers per hour. Its boxy wing isn't just for looks. The design creates stable lift even if 2 engines fail, and the whole airframe is coated in radar-absorbent material for those privacy-conscious buyers. The Hero Mode safety features read like a spy movie. Emergency glide ratios that let you coast 15 kilometers without power. A parachute that works even at rooftop heights. And pontoons for water landings so smooth you could theoretically escape villains via river. Training takes less time than a golf lesson, thanks to AI co-pilots that handle the tricky bits, though we'd still recommend Alfred keep the bat signal handy. Eveo's flying yoga ball is when fitness meets flight. Who needs a gym membership when you can literally lift yourself up by your own power. Ivalo's flying yoga ball is when fitness meets flight. Ivalo's creation looks like someone crossed a drone with a Pilates ball, but the engineering is dead serious. The inflatable base isn't just for soft landings. It acts as a giant airbag during mid-air bumps. 4 industrial-grade quadcopter motors provide 250 kilograms of lift, while gyroscopic stabilizers keep you upright even if you shift your weight dramatically. Yes, you can do actual yoga poses mid-flight. At 6 pounds per hour to operate, about the cost of a fancy smoothie, it's the most affordable flying machine yet. The beginner mode limits you to 3 meters altitude, but pros can unlock 30-meter heights where the real workout begins. Fighting wind gusts burns calories fast. Early adopters report that it's revolutionized their commutes, though we're still waiting for someone to attempt a downward-facing dog at 100 meters. Archer's Midnight is what happens when you take a limousine's comfort and give it the freedom of a dragonfly. Those 6 front propellers don't just tilt, they independently adjust pitch 100 times per second, creating buttery smooth transitions from hover to forward flight. The cabin fits 4 NBA-sized passengers with room for golf bags, while noise-canceling tech makes conversations clearer than in-ground taxis. The real magic? Its 12-minute flash charging system uses robotic battery swaps, faster than refueling a private jet. Early riders describe it as like a theme park ride, except you arrive at work refreshed. And with fares matching Uber Black, your boss might actually approve expensing your aerial commute. The next one is the ultimate road-to-sky transformer. It isn't just a flying car. It's 2 complete vehicles in one seamless package. The ground module alone is impressive. A 600-horsepower electric SUV with 6 self-leveling wheels that can climb 45-degree slopes. But press the flight engage button, and the upper module detaches with millimeter precision. It's 8 rotors spinning up before you can say, "Clear for takeoff!" The panoramic canopy isn't just for show. It uses augmented reality to overlay flight paths, weather data, and even potential landing zones. With 5 to 6 flights per charge, or unlimited if you road trip between flights, you could breakfast in Paris, lunch in the Alps, and dinner on the Mediterranean coast, all without ever seeing an airport. Test pilots report the transition is so smooth that passengers often don't realize they're airborne until they see clouds out their window. Lazarus Hoverbike, T800 approved. This isn't a motorcycle with delusions of grandeur. It's a legitimate jet-powered aircraft that happens to fit in your garage. The 4 micro-turbines aren't just loud, though they are gloriously so. They're redundant enough that one could fail mid-flight without causing more than a slight wobble. The wheel-mounted parachutes deploy in 0.3 seconds if sensors detect unstable flight, while the titanium frame can reportedly survive a 10-meter drop onto concrete. Not that you'd want to test that. At 130 kilometers per hour, it's not the fastest option here, but the acceleration pins riders to the seat like a roller coaster launch. The training wheels mode keeps beginners at safe altitudes, while experts can disable stability assist for true motocross-style aerobatics. Just maybe don't try any Terminator-style stunts until you've logged some flight hours. Picture a world where drones don't just deliver packages, they deliver experiences. FreeR Cabby has created 3 incredible flying machines, each designed around real people's passions. For the fruit lover, there's the Orchard Master, equipped with telescoping arms and AI vision that can spot the ripest apples at the top of 10-meter trees. Spider enthusiasts get the Web Slinger, a nimble 8-legged inspired drone that can hover inches from delicate webs without disturbing them. And for the ultimate concert experience, the Gaga Glider features stadium navigation tech and noise-canceling headphones built right into its safety harness. Each model shares military-grade carbon fiber construction, whisper-quiet propellers that adjust pitch 200 times per second, and intuitive controls that learn your flying style. The best part? They're all street legal as ultralight aircraft, meaning you could literally fly to work if your boss approves. Here is Bellweather Volar, the family spaceship you can park at home. What if your minivan could leave traffic behind? Literally. The Volar is what happens when you take the practicality of a Toyota Sienna and combine it with the futuristic vibes of The Fifth Element. Its 5 seats aren't just comfortable. They're safety pods with individual airbags and harness systems. The 3.2-meter width means it fits in most garages, while the 600-kilogram payload handles everything from soccer gear to Grandma's China collection. At 217 kilometers per hour cruising speed, weekend trips become spontaneous adventures. Kids, want to see the ocean? We'll be there in 40 minutes. The magic is in the details. Self-healing composite wings that repair minor scratches, touchscreen windows that can dim electronically, and an autopilot so advanced it can handle school zone traffic and thunderstorms. Parents will especially love the quiet mode that muffles all exterior noise. Perfect for napping toddlers during aerial nap time. Rudy's Flying Jet Ski, because regular water sports are too mainstream. This isn't your uncle's jet ski. It's a bona fide aircraft that happens to love water. At 70 kilometers per hour, the hydrodynamic wings generate enough lift to make the craft 80% lighter on water, creating that magical air cushion effect. Crank it up to 100 kilometers per hour, thanks to its turbocharged 1.8-liter engine, and you're officially flying 3 meters above the waves with seagulls at eye level. The reinforced carbon fiber hull can take beach landings that would destroy conventional watercraft, while the retractable foils let you transition from surfing to flying without stopping. For $13,000, you get a machine that's part speedboat, part hovercraft, and all adrenaline. Early adopters are already using it for everything from fishing, imagine dropping lines where no boat can go, to coastal rescue missions. Just maybe don't try to outpace dolphins. They're faster than you think. Budget flying car, when determination beats deep pockets. Who says you need millions to build a flying car? One resourceful Chinese inventor proved otherwise by creating a functional flyer for less than the price of a used scooter. Starting with a basic electric car frame, he stripped out everything non-essential. Seats? Dashboard? Unnecessary. Then attached a hexacopter drone system from AliExpress. The result? A bare-bones but fully airworthy vehicle that hits 50 kilometers per hour at 30-meter altitudes. It's not winning beauty contests. The open-air design means you'll feel every breeze. But as a proof of concept, it's revolutionary. The control system uses repurposed gaming console controllers, while the landing gear is modified from motorcycle parts. Sure, it only flies for 12 minutes per charge, but that's enough for quick grocery runs or the world's most impressive driveway-to-driveway commute. Open Sky Glider. Anime dreams take flight. Studio Ghibli fans, rejoice! Someone finally built Nausicaa's iconic Maui glider in real life. This isn't just a cosplay prop. It's a fully functional aircraft that captures every detail from the anime while adding modern safety features. The pilot sits in a suspended harness with gyroscopic stabilization, controlling flight through subtle body movements. Lean left to bank, shift weight back to climb. The 9.6-meter wings use a special flexible membrane that's 30% lighter than traditional sailcloth, yet twice as strong. For propulsion, a miniature jet engine provides bursts of power when needed, though most flights are silent glides. Test pilots report it handles exactly as you'd imagine from the film, complete with the ability to ride thermal updrafts like the valley's winds. The creators even included an Easter egg. Pressing a hidden button plays Joe Hisayashi's soundtrack through built-in speakers. Circular wings shouldn't work, except this one does. Brilliantly! The Red Wing's secret is its continuous airfoil that eliminates wingtip vortices, those energy-wasting swirls at the ends of normal wings. This makes it incredibly stable in crosswinds that would ground conventional planes. Farmers loved being able to spray crops in conditions that kept other aircraft grounded. The 45-degree takeoff capability came from an accidental discovery during testing. The unique airflow lets it climb almost vertically when lightly loaded. Inside the ring, there's enough space for 500 kilograms of cargo, or 8 passengers in a pinch. Though designed for crop dusting, its short takeoff/landing ability made it perfect for bush pilots in Alaska and the Australian outback. The museum display doesn't do justice to how revolutionary this design was. Modern drones are now just catching up to ideas Narushevich tested in the 1990s. Australian police needed a vehicle that could chase speeders on highways and search vast national parks, so they helped develop this road-legal flying car, Pegasus Flying Car. The transition from driving to flying is so seamless that officers can pursue a suspect by car, then take to the air when the suspect heads off-road. The 150 km/h top speed isn't record-breaking, but the instant response is. Those 5 seconds between modes have saved countless hours in search and rescue operations. The secret is in the wing mechanism. Instead of folding, the entire wing assembly rotates smoothly into position, like a transformer toy. Maintenance is surprisingly simple too. Most parts are interchangeable with conventional light aircraft, and the body uses the same dent-resistant aluminum as police patrol cars. Rural officers joke that the only downside is that kangaroos sometimes try to race it during takeoff. When minutes mean the difference between life and death, Aaliyah 250, the electric angel saving lives. This silent electric aircraft delivers. Medical teams love its spacious cabin, designed to fit standard hospital equipment racks, and the plug-and-play power system that lets them hot-swap batteries in 90 seconds. The 222 km/h cruising speed isn't its most impressive feature. That would be the priority override mode that gives air traffic control the ability to clear its flight path automatically. The 5-propeller design isn't just for redundancy. It creates a smoother ride than helicopters, crucial for delicate organ transports. Inspired by Arctic turns, its wings adjust their curvature mid-flight to optimize efficiency, extending range to 422 kilometers when flying conservatively. Some hospitals are already using it for regular supply runs, slashing delivery costs from $8,000 per helicopter trip to just $300 in electricity. Future versions might include onboard blood analysis labs or emergency surgical pods. The Flike, when your bike grows propellers. Imagine a flying machine that looks like a giant fidget spinner with a seat. That's the Flike in a nutshell. This personal tricopter may not win beauty contests yet, but don't let its flying lawnmower looks fool you. 6 beefy propellers can lift you and your gear, up to 100 kilograms total, to speeds matching highway traffic, 100 km/h with the wind at your back. The fixed battery packs give you a solid 40 minutes of flight time, perfect for your commute or just showing off at the park. Safety first though. While it comes with racing-grade seatbelts, you'll want to grab a proper helmet before your maiden flight. Pro tip: maybe practice over grass until you get the hang of those landings. Move over, scarecrows! There's a new high-tech helper in town. The Rice Recon drone was built for farm life, able to zip across fields at 63 km/h, delivering tools, checking crops, or, most importantly, tracking down that one duck who always wanders off. With a 122-meter flight ceiling and 40-kilometer range, it's like having your own personal search and rescue team. The waterproof design means it can land right in irrigation ditches or ponds. No more wading in to retrieve it. And when the work's done, farmers are using these to go fishing in hard-to-reach spots, or even as the world's most unusual camping accessory. Who needs a pickup truck when you've got wings? Human-powered flight. Da Vinci would be proud. A group of Canadian students did what experts said was impossible. They built a flying machine that flaps like a bird and runs on human power. This modern marvel has wings wider than a Boeing 737, 32 meters, but weighs less than a golden retriever, just 43 kilograms. On its record-breaking flight in 2010, it stayed airborne for nearly 20 seconds, which doesn't sound like much until you try flapping your arms for that long. The pilot lies face down and pumps pedals to make the giant wings flap, proving that with enough determination, and maybe some sore muscles, human flight is possible without engines. The Spy's Dream Ride. This sleek machine looks like it rolled straight off a Bond movie set. Need to make a quick getaway? 8 hidden propellers pop out in seconds, rocketing you away at 130 kilometers per hour while your pursuers eat dust. The 200-kilogram payload means Q can pack all his usual gadgets, plus space for a martini shaker. Street mode keeps things discreet, with the props tucked away, while the square steering wheel gives perfect control whether you're dodging bullets or just parallel parking. And when the mission's over, engage autopilot and catch some well-earned Z's on the way back to headquarters. Who needs tires when you've got magnets? Volkswagen's wheel-free wonder levitating car floats on a cushion of air, making potholes and flat tires a thing of the past. Control it with your voice, a joystick, or even hand gestures. Perfect for when you're eating breakfast on the go. The compact design slips through traffic like a hot knife through butter. And parking? Just hover wherever there's a space. No more fighting for spots at the mall. Though we can't promise Homer Simpson won't try to borrow your floating donut-shaped ride if he spots it. Romanian engineers have finally created a real-life hoverboard named Arca's hoverboard. This domino-shaped wonder uses enough power, 272 horsepower, to make most sports cars jealous, all packed into something the size of a coffee table. Rise up to 30 centimeters and glide around at 20 kilometers per hour, controlled by your phone, or just leaning like you're surfing. The ultra-stable design means that even chickens, nature's balance experts, would be impressed. Battery life is short, just 6 minutes, but that's long enough to completely blow your friends' minds at the skate park. Why choose between biking and flying when you can do both? The Floyd starts as a normal e-bike, but hit the throttle and hidden propellers lift you above traffic. The small fuel tank gives 3 to 4 hours of flight time, enough to commute to another city. When you're done, it folds up small enough to take on the train. With airline prices these days, this might just be the smartest way to travel. Just remember, the higher you go, the harder you paddle. Move over, Rudolph. There's a new star leading the holiday parade. Santa's trading in his sleigh for the Jetson 1, a flying supercar that puts reindeer to shame. Zipping through the skies at 102 kilometers per hour, this compact wonder handles tight turns with the grace of a snowflake on the wind. But don't let its speed fool you. Safety comes first with built-in parachutes and redundant systems that keep you airborne even if an engine decides to take a holiday. The open-air cockpit gives you that true flying like Superman feeling, while the intuitive controls make it easier to operate than a toy workshop full of elves. Sorry, Dasher and Dancer. This is one present Santa's keeping for himself. Picture this. You and your special someone floating above Venice's canals as the sunset paints the water gold, with a picnic of fresh pasta and wine within arm's reach. The Aero Next flying gondola turns this fantasy into reality, with wings that tilt like a bird's to create the smoothest ride this side of heaven. The magic happens in the seats. They automatically adjust to every movement, so your romantic dinner stays perfectly level even when banking turns. The 360-degree glass canopy offers views so stunning that you'll forget whether you're in a futuristic thriller or the world's most magical date night. Just try not to get distracted when you're supposed to be piloting. Before Transformers made Bumblebee famous, there was the Star Bumblebee 2, the plucky little biplane that punched way above its weight class. At just 1.68 meters from wingtip to wingtip, shorter than most refrigerators, this tiny titan could outclimb eagles and hit speeds that would make sports cars jealous. The secret? An 85 horsepower engine crammed into a frame so light, strong gusts could practically carry it aloft. The pilot sat in what was essentially a flying armchair, controlling everything with bicycle-like pedals. While this particular Bumblebee couldn't transform or talk, its record-breaking flights proved that big things really do come in small packages. You can still pay respect to its older sibling at the Pima Air and Space Museum, but just don't expect it to start buzzing around. Well, what are your thoughts on flying cars that aren't just sci-fi anymore? Jet-powered motorcycles that could make action heroes jealous, and drones that could deliver your pizza before it gets cold. The future's not just coming, It's already here. So tell us, which of these sky-high rides would you want to take for a spin? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you had as much fun watching this as we did making it, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our next adventure into tomorrow's tech.